So I just packed my bags for Kansas City. I'm so excited. I will be waking up at like, I don't know. I want to leave at like 6, so 5 something. It takes like 8.5 hours to get there. Not too bad. Tomorrow, I'll take you along on a little road trip through Kansas. There's not much to see, but there's some things, I think. Got my luggage all packed, so I'm pretty much all ready. I guess I'll see you in the morning, super bright and early. So I made it to Kansas. I think I'm in Goodland and I've been driving for 3 hours or so, maybe. It's so incredibly windy here because we're in the middle of nowhere and it's so flat. I should be arriving at a cross-stitch store or like a needle arts store in 3 hours and 33 minutes at 1:44 p.m. So that's where I'm headed to. And then after that, it should just be like a few more hours until I get to my destination. So not bad. Okay, so I decided I'm not gonna go to the cross-stitch store today. I think I'm gonna go on the way back because it's a little bit south and kind of out of the way. So I guess our next stop is the hotel. Hi, I'm at the hotel. Oh my gosh, what a day it has been. Such a day. The hotel's okay. Like, it's okay. It's like, I don't know if you would even call it a hotel. It could be a motel. I have no idea. I had issues booking it. I had problems booking where I was gonna stay. I don't even want to talk about it, but I'm here and I have a place to stay and I checked for bed bugs and there's no bed bugs, thankfully. I just went out with my friend and we got food and ice cream and we talked and it was so amazing catching up. I needed that. Earlier when I got into the hotel, I was like crying. I was overwhelmed. Well, I got 5 hours of sleep. I drove 8 hours, 8.5, 9 hours. I got to the hotel and I don't know, I hadn't really eaten a meal at all today. I had kind of just like snacked and stuff and like had some like protein bars and whatever. So I was hangry, sleep deprived. I was feeling so many things and I was like literally crying. I had to go to Target so I could get a watch charger because I left my watch charger and my phone charger at home. The phone's not really a big deal because it's USB-C, but like the watch, whatever. So I did that. Then I was crying. Then I went out. Oh my God, I feel so much better. I feel so much better. That's like all I needed was just food and to talk shit with my friend. That's it right there. Now it's 9:50. I am beyond exhausted. Like I am so tired. I don't know what is with me, but every time I come to Kansas City, it's like during a heat wave. I was here like 2 years ago, and of course it was the hottest time of the summer, like record temperatures or whatever. And then here I am again. And there's a heat wave and like super high humidity. So it's just like hot as hell. So yeah, I wasn't doing well. I'm better now and I'm gonna get a really great night's rest. It's cool in here. Earlier it was like hot and humid in this room and I turned down the AC and now it feels so much better. I'm gonna get comfy and I'm gonna get into bed, wake up early, and we're gonna go look at some art and hang out. That's all I have so far. Maybe we'll go to a craft store or something. Also, there's no place to put my luggage, so I'm gonna have to like sleep with this next to me, which is fine. It's a king size bed, so it's not gonna bother me, but like there's no other place to put the luggage. So yeah, okay, that's my update. I will see you in the morning. Listen, first of all, this lighting is terrible. And second of all, I know that I once said that I am not a skirt girly, but here I am wearing a skirt. I don't know, I think it looks okay. It's actually like an exercise skirt and it has shorts underneath, so I feel really comfortable wearing it. It's almost like I'm just wearing shorts, but it has a cute little skirt silhouette. It is already 80 out and it's 8 something. I don't know what's going on with my hair, but here we are. Let's go look at some art and have a good day. We made it to the Nelson. I just love it here so much. So beautiful. Wow. apparently they don't open till 10. It's like 10 minutes until then or so, and I walked into the museum and they're doing some like debutante dance thing, and I was like, what the fuck? And then some museum worker came and talked to me and was like, you can't come in here for 10 more minutes. And I was like, okay. So I'm sitting under a tree now. Okay. So beautiful. Oh my god. Laid out a little blanket. I'm gonna sit here and just hang out, journal, maybe do tarot cards. I don't know. So I went to Trader Joe's and I got these, which are pretty good, and a coconut water because it's hot and I need to hydrate. And I'm gonna try out this vegetable wrap. I've heard it's really amazing, so I'm excited to try it. Also, it expires on my birthday. Is that a sign? I feel so good being here. I actually feel like I'm at home, which I didn't know if I would feel that when I came back here. I was like, I don't even know if I have a home ever anywhere, but it's like a feeling, you know? And I just feel really good. And I'm really glad to have come here on this trip. And happy first day of cancer season. Today is June 20th, and I believe it starts like at 10 something tonight. I think it's also like the longest day of the year today or tomorrow, something like that. So happy first day of cancer season. And cancers love to be at home. So I guess I picked a good time to come here. I think I'm going to do like a tarot pull because I brought my tarot cards. So we'll see what happens with that. I don't know what kind of pull I want to do yet, but yeah, I'll let you know what's going on when I get there. Okay, so I'm going to do a 3-card pull. I like to write things down for like the 3 cards. So these are my questions, I guess. What am I feeling deeply but not expressing? What's causing emotional imbalance? How can I bring peace to my inner world? So I'm going to do a poll right now and see what's going on. Okay, I am ready to pull. Here we go. 6 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles reversed, and the Chariot. So I'm gonna Google these really quick and then jot some notes down, and I'll give you a nice summary of what's going on. Okay, so the 6 of Wands, it says it's generally a positive card signifying victory, success, and public recognition and triumph. It suggests hard work and dedication are paying off, leading to a period of celebration and acknowledgement. This card can also indicate leadership, confidence, and being seen as a leader or influencer. not an influencer. I wrote, recognition, success, confidence. I guess I just need to believe in my own worth. I'm on the cusp of something that deserves to be acknowledged by others and by me. And then the Nine of Pentacles reversed. This one's a little difficult. It says it often indicates a loss of financial stability, the feeling of inadequacy or dependence on others for financial well-being. It also says dependence and lack of independence, a struggle to achieve self-sufficiency. It may indicate a feeling of being trapped in a situation where one's independence is compromised. I mean, it's kind of fitting, honestly. This card encourages introspection and a reevaluation of one's values. It says that focusing on personal growth and emotional well-being is essential. Agree. So my questions, the first one was, what am I feeling deeply but not expressing? So that's kind of where I got I need to believe in my own worth. I'm not really confident, so I don't know, that kind of makes sense. And then the second one was, what's causing me emotional imbalance? So that was the Nine of Pentacles. I guess that makes sense. That sums it up right there. And then the third one is, how can I bring peace to my inner world? And I got the Chariot. And apparently the Chariot is associated with Cancer, the sign, which is me. And it's the first day of Cancer season. So I'm like, oh, what? This is weird, a little weird. And this one says it represents willpower, determination, and success. It often appears when focused effort and control are needed to achieve a goal. Cancers are known for their intuition and sensitivity, and the Chariot reflects their ability to navigate life's challenges with emotional strength. It says that I need to take charge, focus their energy, and use their willpower to achieve their goals. It can also indicate that they are on the right path and have the necessary resources to succeed. Wow, I don't know. It's a good card. I've never gotten it before. I wrote, direction, control, and my emotions are my compass, which I think I already know, but sometimes I curse them, Okay, so I'm gonna pop in this place called Yarn Social and see what they have. I'm not really looking for yarn at the moment. I think I saw a thing of embroidery floss in the window, so yeah, I don't know. Let's go in and see. Humidity is ridiculous. So I just went and got a matcha, an iced matcha, and it was $9.77. I tipped $2, but I'm oh my God. Okay. And that was for the smaller size. So I'm gonna go to a cross-stitch store that has a whole bunch of patterns. The yarn store was really cool. I did buy one thing, which I'll show you at the very end of my little craft store tour. This other store I'm going to is almost 40 minutes away, so that's why I got some matcha to keep me going. Let's head there, see what's going on. Hopefully I can find something cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm back at the hotel now, and I want to show you what I got at the cross-stitch store / yarn social. Well, one, I'm really glad that a yarn store had cross-stitch. I feel like you can never randomly find cross-stitch. It's either needlepoint or embroidery, or it's just needlepoint. There's so many stores that are just needlepoint, but maybe they have cross-stitch in there. I don't know. Every time I look at their websites, I can never find a cross-stitch section, so I just avoid the needlepoint shops. If you have a different experience, please let me know. But at Yarn Social, this is what I got. It says full moon planting, and it's supposed to be spring, and there are sheep and a garden. It's a sampler. That is why there's an alphabet right there in the middle. I don't really know what's with the samplers. I get it. I read the Wikipedia article on it or something just to see what was up with it. This might be the only sampler I make, because why do I need to make a whole bunch? Maybe my mind will change, but look how cute the garden is. Oh, so cute. And there's a moon. Love it. Definitely something that I was like, yes, this is it. And then the cross stitch store that I went to, I got two things. They had like so many different patterns. There were so many houses and I was like, I just bought one with a house on it. So I didn't want to buy another cottagey one, but like that's really all they had. It's either that or like religious stuff or like American stuff for 4th of July, I'm assuming. I don't know, but I'm not really into that. I'm more into like nature inspired things. So number one, I got this. It's called Cottage. This is by Cottage Garden Samplings. So imagine this with purple flowers, like lavender. It's gonna be so beautiful. And I think it would look really good with the green. Also, it has little doves up there, and doves and pigeons. Those are like my favorite genre of birds. So I thought it was really fitting. It's super cute. I love that it's like made out of stone. You know, vines are all over it. I just thought it was super cute and maybe small. I have no idea how to tell like how big these are. Here is the chart. So I guess that's pretty big. I mean, I really don't know what size the fabric is supposed to be, but that's pretty big. It just says stitch count, 120 width by 120 height. I don't really know what that means, so I gotta like do some research. And this next one's kind of weird. I don't really know what it is. Maybe it's a pin cushion. The name is kind of silly. It says, "There's a hare in my garden." I think it's by Hands-On Design. It's like a cone, but I thought it was really cute because there's rabbits and a greenhouse. I loved the greenhouse. I also really love these orange and purple flowers up here. Those are so cool. That's what it looks like if you were to do it flat on something and not turn it into a cone. I don't know what you're supposed to do with that, maybe, but there's pins in it, so maybe it's a pin cushion. That's what the chart looks like. Oh, there, that's the other half. I was a little confused there. And that's all I got. Not too bad. I think I really love that you can just buy the patterns. Like you don't always have to buy the fabric with it or the embroidery floss. Like not everything is a kit. Once you build up your inventory of embroidery floss, I feel like these patterns are just so great to buy. They're pretty cheap. I mean, this one was $12.50, this one was $10.50, and this one was $12. I'm going to do a little bit of work on my laptop, and then I'm gonna find a restaurant, I guess, or something. I need to like go have a meal, like a sit down meal somewhere, or like a cafe. It'd be nice to like sit and like do my cross stitch or something, but I haven't even looked at any place. Okay, so I found a place. It's called Longboards, which I've heard about, but I've never been to ever, and it was pretty close. So this is what I got. I hope it's good. I got peanut sauce with rice noodles and tofu and vegetables, and then it came with like a hard-boiled egg. This was like their only vegetarian option. Honestly, no other restaurants sounded good at all near me, so I hope this is good. The veggies are pretty much just like romaine lettuce, which is kind of weird on a hot dish. Kind of strange. I don't know. It's okay. I'm gonna eat it anyway because I'm starving, so yay. All right, good morning. I just showered. That's why I look like a wet rat. I'm just like not sure about this outfit. I'm just wearing shorts and a tank top, which is like so normal, but I don't know. I just feel, I don't know. I'm having a lot of weird emotions, but I think I'm gonna wear a hat and put my hair up because it's hot as hell today. That's the plan, I guess. Actually, the plan is I'm gonna go to a place called Casey Maker Studio, and I think they have like fabric and maybe some other crafts and stuff. And then I was gonna go to another place that is called Scraps KC, and it's like a creative reuse store, aka like a crafty thrift store, which I love so much. So that's the plan so far, those two things. I barely ate breakfast, so I do need to find some type of food. So many just decisions. I don't know. I'm feeling a lot of things. I just don't know what I'm needing right now, you know? I feel like I'm lost. Just like a lost puppy in the world, truly. Okay, well, let's go. Excuse me, please don't attack me. Trying to find a spot that I can sit and not get sunburned. I have sunscreen in the car, but I don't have it with me. That is where I'm heading, into that forest. Wildflower meadow, pretty. I don't really see many flowers at the moment. Maybe here. Okay, everyone, I am back in the hotel. I was gonna show you what I got when I was out. So what I did was I went to a place called Powell Gardens, which is like a botanic garden. That's where I was earlier. And it was nice, but it was so hot, so humid, and very windy. So I was gonna cross stitch on a bench, but it was so windy that I was like, my floss is gonna fly away. Like I'm gonna lose a needle. Like I can't do this. So I just kind of sat around. I listened to the birds. I watched a skink. I watched some bees. That's about it. And then I went and got food at a place called Blue Koi, which is like one of my favorite restaurants here. Like they never disappoint. I feel like I've had so many disappointing meals so far today. And like what I ate for breakfast, all I had for breakfast was like chocolate and bread in the form of a croissant. So I finally ate some food. It was really good. I took half of it to go. So I do have food for later today or tomorrow. I am exhausted. I think the sun has absolutely killed me and I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to take the best nap of my life. But I wanted to show you what I got before I do that. So I went to Casey Maker's Studio. I got 3 things. I'll show you this cross stitch kit that I got. I am in love with this because, well, it's purple, first of all, and it's like in the style of like traditional American tattoos, you know, and I just think it's freaking awesome. So I had to get that. And I was like reading the instructions when I was sitting on the bench, and there's something about like a quarter stitch. And I was like, what on earth is that? So I don't know. I just didn't want to start it. And then I got these, which are numbers for DMC floss, which I've just been like printing them out on my label maker and sticking them on the bobbins. But this is so cool. It was, you know, $1.89. Like I had to. It's going to make my life easier and it's necessary. And then I got a quilting pattern. I can do some patchwork. Like I've done patchwork. I think quilting is like the same as patchwork, you know, but quilting has more of a like structure, while patchwork you can kind of get away with doing whatever you want. So they have these patterns for like Kansas City landmarks, and I don't know, I thought this would be really cool, and I think that I could use some really funky colors and kind of make it abstract. If you have ever been to Kansas City, or if you live here, you know, you already understand. And I really liked the back. See how it has like a darker background? I thought that was so cool, and I kind of want to do something like that. It says that it's 24 inches by 24 inches, so, you know, 2 feet by 2 feet, and I don't know anything about this. So it's gonna be a fun project, I think. I'm kind of scared, but like I'll figure it out. And then I went to, what was it? Was it Scraps KC? And so that was like a creative reuse store, or like a crafty thrift store. And all I got was this piece of fabric. It was $8. It's 1 yard and 5/8. And I don't know, I think it's like so pretty. I don't really want to like open it. Okay, maybe I will. I really thought that maybe I could use this to reupholster my chair. If you have been watching my vlogs, you know I have this like chair. It's like my sewing chair, and it's old. It's from like the 70s, 80s, I think. There's like a hole in it and it's stained. It's so old, but I need to reupholster it. I really liked this fabric. I hope you can kind of see the colors, but it's like a little bit of tan cream colored with a very light green and some pink, and then then this is like a kind of like a brown, like a pinky brown. I think it just looks really soft and it's pretty. And it came with enough fabric that I can reupholster the chair with, but also do other things with it. So not bad for $8, I think. And that's it. That is all I got today. And I think I'm probably done going to craft stores. I think that there's like no more really to go to. So I'm gonna take a nap and I'm probably gonna start my little cross stitch project. I know I still have my pigeon to do, but I just really wanna like start something new. So I think I'm gonna do that. And then tomorrow morning, I'm meeting a friend for coffee and we're gonna hang out, drink coffee, whatever. Then I'm kind of open all day. Tomorrow's my last day. So I'm gonna try to figure out something to do. And that's it, that's my update. I will see you after my amazing nap. All right, so I've awoken from my nap. I think I slept for like 54 minutes. That's like what my Aura ring said. And I'm gonna start this cross stitch. I don't know why, but it's a little confusing. You have to do like a quarter stitch, which I've never heard of, but it says you only do it for the letter C. Oh, okay, I think I understand it now. Never mind. Anyway, I'm gonna start this and see how far I can get with it tonight. It's 7:40. We'll see how far I can get on it, but this is what it looks like right now, completely blank. So I will update you when, I don't know, I have a little bit of progress done. Hello, I'm back home and it's my birthday, yay. I went to the garden and I got some basil, which is perfect because I'm making pasta later, and I picked 4 snap peas, exciting. I also bought myself some flowers at Trader Joe's, so I'm gonna put them in this jar. Oh no. Oh, this was open and I just shook the packet and it got everywhere. There, oh my gosh, beautiful. I also bought myself my favorite sweet treat, which is like a mochi donut filled with red bean paste. Oh, they're so good. I guess let's make a wish. Okay, well, that's my birthday update.